I believe that criminal background checks for faculty and staff is very necessary. You have to become competent within your position. In order to become competent, you first must know your position in order to help the university itself. And for the university to be able to trust you and become competent with you, you must be able to do a criminal background check.
You have to talk to them and see if see if the crime was something petty that they did in their past, or if it's a reoccurring thing. Because if it's a reoccurring thing, then they need real help. But if it's something that happened in their past and that they're over, and you truly see that, then I believe you can give them like a probationary period so they can prove themselves and they can see if they're capable to do the job. So I guess it's yes, kind of, yes, no, maybe so.
I feel like it depends on the seriousness of the crime. If it was something serious, then I feel like they shouldn't because our well being is in danger if they hire somebody. But if it's something small or petty, I feel like it's nothing wrong with it because everybody deserves a second chance.
I believe that it depends on the hiree's academic background and their academic achievements. And it also depends on what the crime was. If the new hiree, if they have the academic credentials, they have the experience to go along with it, then I wouldn't see the problem as in hiring someone with a criminal background. And it also depends on, like I said, what the criminal background is. You know, certain things that's just unacceptable, and then certain things that can, be undermined. So that's my opinion on drug-related offense. Well, as far as it not being a misdemeanor, going past that, going into a felony phase, then that happens every time. I would say that would be acceptable because it's a lot of people that have drug charges. So little things like that, little misdemeanors, and not more than one or two of them, at least I would say, in my opinion.
I do believe teachers are deserving of a second chance, so I would definitely say that teachers definitely should be allowed to teach with criminal backgrounds. You never know some situations. Also, on top of everything, who am I to judge of somebody else? So, if you are great and ethical at what you are right now, everything that you stand for, I do believe that teachers do deserve a second chance and they should be able to teach.
Everybody deserves a second chance. It just depends on what your crime is and maybe how long ago the crime was.
Yes, if their background is not as I guess scary, because if they're like a murderer or a sex offender, definitely not. But if they committed a crime that was more so, I guess, excusable in the eyes of people as far as morals and ethics, then yes.
I don't think this is a yes or no definite answer. I think it depends on what crime they committed, how long they were in jail, or what were the stipulations of their arrest. So I don't think it's a definite yes or no answer. I think you have to do research on that person, how many records they have, and the background of that person. So I don't think this is yes or no answer. As far as like rape or assault with a deadly weapon or a murder or something like that, somebody I would hire. I mean, like a miscellaneous, like a weed violation or something along those lines, something that doesn't have to do with hurting the human being or something along those lines.
I feel that it shouldn't. Somebody's past should not determine their future. If the past is something that we can look past, then I think that they should definitely have a shot. I think there are certain crimes that you could not hire for at a university where you're surrounded by young people that you're supposed to be having an impact on. So I wouldn't say that people for murder or rape or assault or maybe even anger issues would be considered for a job here, but little misdemeanors, I think that based on the person's interview, how sorry they feel about the prior offense could determine a lot about their character and their personality, and also how long ago the offense occurred.
No.
Well, I would say it depends on the criminal because it might be something petty. It might have been something from when they was younger. Maybe they were going through some history. But then sometimes maybe you don't. Maybe they're a child molester or something, or maybe they're a murderer.
So what do you feel? So how would you feel if I told you that there were administrators here that have criminal background?
I wouldn't feel any different. It depends again on what they did. And unless they tell you, you're probably not going to know what they have done. So you can't tell by looking at them if they're a criminal. So I can't go up and be like, oh, you look like a criminal, I don't like you no more. So it depends.